1. Climb stronger. A great way to get stronger on hills is by doing strength and endurance training. This is where you ride seated up a climb in a bigger gear than you normally would, with around 50 to 60 revolutions per minute. This can be done for anything between 5 and 20 minutes. Make sure you give yourself plenty of recovery riding with an easier gear afterwards. 2. Descend faster. Try to keep your eyes way in front and try to brake before a corner rather than in it. Start to plan your line before hitting the corner. If the road is closed, use all the width of the road, then cut the corner in the inside, and go wide again, trying to not wash out too much speed. Then, when out, stand up and push on the pedals to get speed back again. Like and subscribe. Make every ride count. Look at your time frame, advises Wiggle High Fives Nettie Edmondson. If you have until midday, for example, do a long, normal paced road ride. We call these rides base km or base miles to work on your overall fitness. But if you only have 30 minutes to and from work, why not time yourself and make it a hard effort to get some quality in? Make sure you allow yourself at least 5 minutes to cool down after your effort. 4. Ride harder for longer. Make sure you build up your capacity for long rides slowly, says Nettie Edmondson. Gradually increase your long rides by 30 minutes if you're coping okay. Once you're comfortable with a certain distance, you can then add a bit more intensity, via a few efforts here or there. Perhaps go out with a group of stronger riders and start off by trying to last 1.5 hours with them. Then increase that to 2 hours, 2.5 hours and so on. 5. Improve your bike handling. Team WNT Pro Cycling's Eileen Rowe believes cyclocross is the best way to learn better bike handling skills. In cyclocross you have to learn to feel the bike moving underneath you, in sand and in mud, whether it's wet or hard. If you're able to handle a cyclocross bike in a race and not crash, then it should be a lot easier to control your bike on the road. 6. Ride safely in a bunch. Know your limits, says Cyclist Pro Cycling's Danny King. Only ride as close to the wheel in front as you feel comfortable. I've seen many a rider crash in training, which is often down to riders getting carried away. Riding with experienced riders will help drill good technique and etiquette into you. 7. Stay motivated. Make sure you have a realistic plan of what training you want to do each week and keep it different and interesting. Know why you're doing each session, advises Drops Cycling Team's Lucy Shaw. Try to organize rides with other people, it'll push you more and having company for longer rides is more fun. 8. Prepare mentally. I prepare mentally by planning my route, so I have a clear idea of what I'm going to encounter on the ride, says Canyon S Rams Hannah Barnes. Also, I make a big breakfast. That helps my mind a lot. When I have a big breakfast I know I have a big day ahead of me. I make my own ride food the night before, too, which gives me something to look forward to mid-ride. 9. Fuel effectively. I tend to have a bowl of cereal or porridge, followed by eggs or beans on toast before training, says Matrix Pro Cycling's Laura Kenny. On the bike I have jam sandwiches as well as a few gels. I try to eat little and often, around 2 to 3 things an hour. Afterwards I try to get a pint of milk down the minute I step through the door, followed closely by lunch. 10. Recover properly. People forget how important rest is, says Olympic champion Laura Kenny. Rest is just as important as training days. I try to keep off my feet for most of the day. You want to be fresh and ready for the next day's training. The other thing you have to try to not forget is eating properly. It's good to make sure you keep eating but eat the right things.